My beginnings with YouTube happened as a result of my having stumbled upon a series of videos of the conference called Beyond Belief. In that conference participated a group of renowned scientists, philosophers, etc., namely Richard Dawkins. I was familiar with his works and even had a face to match to his name, but there were some others in the conference whose faces I had never seen. But it was a pleasure to watch the series and to learn from the people there, and plus, once again, get a face to attach to these writers. And as a consequence to having spent the time with that series, I bought some more books to read. But anyway, I began to venture out to watch other YouTube postings, many on science, religion, philosophy, and of course that led to some other things. I ventured into music, some of the old stuff. Now, some of the stuff, I wondered out of curiosity if it would be available, from the 70s, and Patsy Cline from the 60s, Linda Ronstadt from the 70s and the 80s, and some other stuff too. And I also ventured to see if maybe there were some copies of some of the old sitcoms, Bewitched. I can't remember. Bewitched was one of my all-time favorites. And then there was the series Dark Shadows. Remember that? Well, I started looking up interviews of the actors and actresses who played a part in that. And I began searching for interviews with Ayn Rand. I've read her books, nearly all of them, I believe, and I knew what she looked like, but I always had an ambition to get a hold of a video that had her actually speaking. I wanted to know, what did she sound like? And I wanted to hear her. And of course, listening to the videos of some interviews with her was enlightening. And then, of course, I began to branch out into political things and other music things. I'm especially interested in Hammond organs and piano music, and so I found some things like that. If you were to go among my favorites, I think you would agree that I'm a bit eclectic. I love comedies, and of course, of special interest to me are anything related to gay matters, and whether pro or con, all discussions or anything that might stem as a consequence to a gay matter, everything from medical things, surgical procedures, to sex education, to AIDS awareness, to coming out stories, testimonies, the ex-gay movement, and so I have a lot of favorites there, and they all mean a lot to me. I'm always anxious to spend time with each and every one of them. But what inspired me, I can't say there was an inspiration as much as sort of a launching, if you will. I got to looking at all that, and then I discovered somewhat late in bloom, if you will, that I had Movie Maker on my Microsoft XP. Shows you how much I've been paying attention to that. And when I found that, I got to, experimenting with it, and I thought, whoa, this is not so hard. And I really have never cared about really getting gung-ho and going in full steam ahead and making all sorts of creative videos and all of that. I decided to treat it more as a video blogging of a sort, to where I can do whatever in a laid-back sort of way. But also, it was my way of kind of providing a window, if you will, for others who want to look into. I wanted to, share my life and my thoughts and my dreams and my ambitions and what have you, and invite others to comment or to question or whatever. And so I can't give any credit for inspiration to any one particular person, but it was the Beyond Belief conference that kind of got me started, watching YouTube, and it branched out from there. And if you haven't seen the Beyond Belief series, I invite you to take a look at that, and don't judge it though until you have seen it all, and then it might provide some spark for your intellect, if you will, and it might lead you into a variety of directions. You don't have to take sides. Not every scholar there agrees with one another and whatever, so, but anyway, so much for a long answer to a short question. Now, what's the next question? I am still subscribed to all the videos that I have ever subscribed to, and I do go through them. I look for new videos, and not only that, but I go through their favorites to see if there are some new interest or something I haven't seen, a different take on an issue that I haven't seen yet. It's a pleasure, I think. It's a way of networking. I have what you might call an insatiable appetite for opinions, points of view, and perspectives. I enjoy comedies and poetry, literature, to everyone, and I don't see that I will unsubscribe. Oh boy, that's kind of a tough question. When I click on subscriptions, it shows me the new videos that are coming up, and I look forward to all of them. Anything that is new that anyone produces, I enjoy taking a look at it. I'm not always adept at interacting with a particular topic or a particular presentation. It's not to mean that I have no wish to interact. It just maybe it's a set of questions or a set of comments, or it's just something I haven't worked up a response to. Well, I can tell you, I spend a whole lot more time watching and listening to videos than I do in making them. I own about 4 or 5 televisions, one that I've had for 20 years. And none of them are large televisions, and one of them, the only reason I have it is because it has remember the VCR? Well, it's built into it. And that's probably the only reason I have it. But I have not turned my television on, any of them on, in over a year. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I really don't miss it at all. And one thing I like about YouTube is that I can go through and I can see pretty much what I want to see, and it's kind of like having a whole lot more channels. A gratifying addition to all the activities that I do in my life is I'm about to leave for the Philippines. I have all the travel reservations made. I'm looking so forward to it. And I do hope to do some videos while I'm in the Philippines, and many with Little Bear and me together. I hope to share our experiences with everyone, and what that will mean to others, or to YouTubers, people who happen to stumble upon our videos. I can't say. I'm just kind of throwing it out there and just letting it do whatever it will, and have whatever part in anyone's life that it will, and just be happy about that.